Hey chickens, I hope you're all doing so well, and today I wanted to go through my makeup look for a red lip. A red lip look. It's a classic look, but it can also be quite an intimidating look, and I just wanted to walk you through how I personally make the red lip work for me, and I will walk you through each step and the products I use and why I use them. And of course, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you. The first thing is that I need to put my hair up. And I have completely forgotten a headband, so I'm just going to use this scarf that I just have lying around. This is not going to be pretty, but just needs must type thing. I don't know how people do this without tying their own hair in the knot. Not pretty, but gets the job done. My first step, so this is going to be a bit more of a full coverage face than I've done previously. So I'm just going to prep my skin just a little bit more because we're going to be putting more on my face. So I'm going to start with the Vive Skin Nova Instant Radius Primer. Fantastic primer, absolutely love it. Just gives a bit of extra zhuzh to the skin. Extra moisture, extra glow. Because that's how you get your products to stay on your face, is you need to ensure you are moisturized. So that's what this primer is going to do for us today. And then we will go in with my holy grail product, which is the Arborian CC Red Correct Cream. I do love. I'm just gonna put that on top of the primer because this is really the first step in getting my complexion where I want it. Really rub that into the skin, make sure you get it around where all your redness is. So for me, that's my nose, my cheeks, and also under my chin. Just toned down, right? And now we're gonna go in with a proper foundation. So you can tell I have used this quite a bit. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in shade 2W1 Dawn. And I just love how this looks on my skin. So I'm going to put a couple of pumps. Oh god, come on pumps, work with me here. As if my pump is now no longer working. I've said pump far too many times. Still stuff in here, come on. And I'm going to take a damp beauty sponge. This isn't a beauty blender, and that is a brand name. And I'm just going to pat that onto the skin. I always tend to go to my cheeks first because that's where I want most of my coverage. Take that under the chin as well. I've got a roll neck on today, so I don't need to worry about blending with my neck as much, thank God. I actually might need to buy some more, which sucked because it's expensive. And I didn't know I was that close to the end of this. When applying your foundation, there are a few tools you can use. You can go for a sponge like me, you can go for a brush, you can go for fingers. But for me, this sponge just seems to, it does take up product. I think that's one of the biggest complaints people have about sponges, that it does absorb the product, so you end up using more than you need to because this sponge has absorbed a lot of it. But I think the finish is a lot more natural. I find with brushes, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. That's a lot of money to replace. That is on my skin, which we love. Next, I'm going to go in with a concealer. This is the Kosas concealer in shade 02W. This is quite a light concealer, but it'll kind of work for my winter complexion. And I'm just going to dab that on where I just want a little bit of extra coverage where I ran out of foundation to cover it myself, cover it with the foundation. And I am just using my concealer brush. So I like the Kosas concealer. It's not my favorite one, but it's the one I still have in stock. But it is good. It's very light on the skin, but it is full coverage, which is very nice. They have a really big range. It's hydrating, it's not drying. So it's a very, very good concealer. Just not my fave. My favorite concealer that I have tried has been the House Labs concealer, which I don't know whether I've ran out of it or I've lost it. It's very possible it's both. But that has been my fave so far. Next, I'm going to go in with the Glossier Boy Brow, which is it's just an eyebrow brush just to give a bit more definition to my brows. I mean, back in the day, you know what? If I'm smart at editing, I will now blast on your screen pictures of how I used to do my eyebrows. Talk about eyebrow blindness. They were done. And now I just do this. Like how times have changed, right? How styles and trends have changed. I used to do my eyebrows like that before going to work, you know? And I used to have to get the 7:15 train from Retford, Nottinghamshire to Leeds every morning for work. So I was getting up at like 6:30, 6:15 to get my makeup done and do my brows like that before getting the train. Different times, so I would not do that now, God no. And the thing is with my brows, because I absolutely love the dark brow light hair looks, obviously, so I go for the darkest brow possible. That's a really easy, very, very easy product to use. Brush it through and you're done. And it wasn't too expensive from memory. When I do a red lip, I like to keep my eyes pretty basic, for lack of a better word, just neutral, just because there's a lot going on the face, and the lip is going to draw in the eye, and I don't want there to be competition between like my eyes and my blush and my lips. So the rest of my face is actually going to be relatively simple. So for my eyes, I'm just going to bronze out my eyes and just give a little bit of definition, but I think that will be it. So this is the Hourglass palette Ambient, and it's got like loads of different palettes in it, mainly bronzer, highlighter and blush, and it's just gorgeous. I got this for Christmas a few years ago and it has become my go-to. It's so like multi-use, and also I think you can take out the squares and replace them, so you don't have to like, this isn't wasted, which I really like. So I'm just taking the darkest shade, which is this one, I don't know if you can see this one here, and I'm just very lightly hollowing out my eye and then just feathering it out like this. That'll do nicely. That'll do very nicely. Okay, and like I say with the rest of my face, I don't think I'm going to go for any blush today, but what I might do is I might take this bronzing stick from Rare Beauty and just give my face a bit more structure, I don't know if you can see in camera, but there's this shadow here, which is my natural shadow of my cheekbone, and I just want to exaggerate that just a little bit. So I'm just going to follow that. Same on the other side. Do it like that. You'll see people who do bronzer up in their foreheads. I don't need to do that. I personally don't need to do that because I've got quite a small forehead, and I also have a fringe, so it's not going to be seen. And you'll see some people who will contour their jawline if they want. Again, do what you want to do. I don't want to do that today. To be fair, if I was to like contour my jawline just to give it a bit more definition, it's going to rub on this roll neck anyway, so there'd be no point. I'm probably already getting makeup on this thing. Why am I wearing white today? Why would I do that? What a fool! This is a kabuki brush. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I got it from Spectrum. It actually has Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast on it. It's from the Beauty and the Beast collection, and I love Beauty and the Beast. And I am just tapping that in. I don't bring it down, so I don't want to lower my cheekbones. I want to heighten them, if anything. So I am tapping and bringing up. Tapping and bringing up. Perfect. I am now going to do a bit more concealer just under the eye. Okay. Then we're going on with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in shade 2 medium. And I am just going to set where I need to set, which is mainly my under eye, down the sides of my face. Next up, I'm going to finish my eyes. Like I said, I'm not going to do a lot with my eyes at all, But now I have done the concealing the under eye, I'm just going to bring that bronze just around here, just to give a bit more definition. But don't poke yourself in the eye. I actually started to look like it looks more gothic than I intended, but I'm not actually really not mad at that. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my brow bone. No, that's a bit better. Bit of a shimmer. And I'm also going to just add into the corners. Ooh. Oh, actually, I really like that. Just, it looks like I'm kind of like crying tears, which is really cool. One thing I would always say about makeup is have fun with it. Like, I didn't expect my eyes to turn out like this, and it looks a lot more gothic than I originally was going for, but I'm rolling with it. Oh, is this just where my makeup's going? Well, let's just have fun with it. This should be fun. This should be fun. I'm taking just a brown eyeliner that I have as well, and I wasn't going to do this, but now I am. Just gonna quickly on like the edge of the waterline, so not like absolutely in, right where your eyelashes are. I'm just gonna darken that, just a little bit in the corners, like so. Okay, and then maybe actually on this side as well. I'm not mad at that at all. Cute, 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 cute. And then for my lashes, I'm gonna go with my Westman Atelier brown mascara. I also want to bring back a bit of colour into my face because I look a little bit pale. So I'm going to bring back my Hourglass palette, and I'm going to bring back my Kabuki brush. I'm going to take these two shades, brush them in together, like so, and I'm just going to tap. It's quite monochromatic, this look, without my intention at all. And I am actually going to bronze my cheeks. Again, they are the high points of my face. If I was being tanned, bronzer, the idea is meant to look like, you know, the high points of your cheeks have been hit by the sun, high points of your face have been hit by the sun. So my cheeks would get hit. So I'm just putting a bit more bronze on there instead of a blush. Again, just to give a bit more definition to my face. If I wanted to, I could tidy up my jawline, make it a bit more sharper. Could I do that? Let's have a look. I might just do it very lightly with the concealer that's already on my brush, and just tap that in under where I put that original bronzer. On to the main event, which is the lips. I'm going to go back in with the Morphe lip liner in Sweet Tea, because this is a brown and that's the kind of vibe I want. And I'm just going to outline my lips. I'm going to try not overline. I have a tendency to do so. I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty HBIC Head Charge lipstick, liquid lip. This is a stunning red. And I'm going to take a brush, which is my red lipstick brush. I don't know if you can tell. And I'm going to just pick up the product on the brush and just tap it in on my lip. Like so. Push that together and do the top. Just kind of feathering that on. Just being very precise with the application. Okay, so that is coat one. I am going to go in with another coat just to intensify the colour. But this is the look coming together now. Hopefully you can start to see my vision. And again, the exact same, but we are just intensifying that colour. Yeah. I think 2 coats with HBIC is the one to get that like really cool toned red, which goes really well with like the cool tones of my makeup. I'm going to leave the lips or the lipstick there. I'm just going to go back in with a second coat of mascara. Where we haven't used blush to bring definition to their face, we're leaning on the other complexion products like bronzer, like highlighter, to bring that definition in. I do have the Skin, here we go, the Vive Skin Dew, which is a liquid highlighter, and I am just tapping that in to the back of my hand. And then I'm going to pick it up with my ring finger and just place it where I want to exaggerate those high points of my face. Okay, I look very shiny. Let's leave it there. And then my last but not least product will be the Hourglass. This is called like Phantom Gloss or something, and this is in shade Impulse, and it is a red gloss, and I'm just going to tap that on top. I think it does have a plumping effect. I feel like this is quite vampire-y, which was not my intention. Was not my intention at all. But clearly, Nosferatu is sticking around in my subconscious. He's sticking around. Little creep. What a little creep he was. Maybe don't be a creep. I don't know. That's the message I took away from Nosferatu. It's like, maybe don't be a creepy weirdo. Like, I know it's hard for some of you. Right, let me take all my hair down. I feel like you can't get the look until the hair is down. Ever since I've bleached my hair, my curl pattern has just been all over the place. Look at this incredibly straight bit of hair that's just hanging out on top. It's not helping me. That's what I get for bleaching the my hair, I guess. That's my punishment. Right, there we go. That is the look for today. Winter, cold, vampire, gothic vibes. Those are the vibes we were aiming for today. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the products I use, if you have any other recommendations. And of course, if you have any suggestions for future videos, that would be so helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and do all the usual stuff you do on this app. And I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye team.